Have you ever wondered what truly keeps a man coming back for more? Is it your beauty? The way you dress? Or maybe the way you make him feel when you're together? Here's the kicker. It's not just about those surface-level things. So many women chase the wrong idea of what makes them unforgettable. They believe being overly available, always agreeable, or losing themselves in their relationship will make them irreplaceable. But what if I told you that the secret lies in mastering yourself first? Right now, imagine a version of you so magnetic, so self-assured, that he can't help but be drawn to your energy. It's not magic, and it's not manipulation. It's a transformative way of being that combines timeless principles like Stoicism and modern confidence into what I call dark Stoic psychology. These are subtle but potent traits that ignite his admiration and keep his focus firmly on you. In this video, I'll reveal 10 actions that will not only make him return but make him stay, captivated and invested. This isn't just about romantic relationships. It's about elevating your life to a level where everything you do, every interaction you have, feels purposeful and magnetic. Let's start with the first secret to unlocking your high-value potential. 1. Radiate quiet confidence. What is it about a woman who enters a room and commands attention without saying a word? It's not her clothes, her makeup, or even her status. It's her quiet confidence, a calm yet undeniable assurance in who she is. This is the foundation of a high-value woman, and the first step in ensuring he always comes back to you. Quiet confidence doesn't shout, it whispers. It's the way you hold yourself, the way you meet someone's gaze, and the way you respond, not react to the world around you. But let's go deeper. Where does this confidence come from? It starts with self-awareness. Do you truly know your worth, your strengths, and even your vulnerabilities? When you embrace every part of yourself, you project an aura that's irresistible. Here's a question for you. When was the last time you truly believed that you're enough? Not because someone told you, not because you were validated by an external source, but because you felt it in your bones. If it's been a while, don't worry. Confidence is something you build, not something you're born with. To radiate quiet confidence, begin by mastering the art of detachment, a core principle of Stoicism. This doesn't mean you stop caring, it means you stop letting external things define your worth. A Stoic woman understands that she cannot control his feelings or reactions, she can only control her own. This realization frees you from the fear of rejection and allows you to interact with him and the world authentically. Let's bring this into a real-world scenario. Imagine you're at a gathering and he's there too. Instead of seeking his attention, you focus on enjoying yourself. You're fully present in conversations. Your laughter is genuine, and you're not glued to your phone checking if he's noticed you. Do you know what happens next? He notices you. He's drawn to the ease with which you navigate the room, the natural way you connect with others. This is the power of quiet confidence. It pulls him in without you having to chase. But there's another layer. Confidence isn't just about how you act when he's watching. It's about how you carry yourself when no one is. When you prioritize your goals, your passions, and your self-care, you radiate an energy that says, "I'm whole on my own." This isn't about pretending to be independent to make him want you. It's about truly being independent. Ask yourself, are you living the life you want, or are you waiting for someone to complete it? When you live fully and unapologetically, you embody the essence of dark Stoic psychology. Men are naturally drawn to women who don't need them but choose to be with them. This creates a dynamic where he feels privileged to be part of your world, not the center of it. A confident woman also knows how to handle rejection. Let's face it, no one enjoys being turned down. But a high-value woman understands that rejection doesn't diminish her worth. It simply means she wasn't the right match for that moment. This mindset not only protects your self-esteem, but also shows him that you're unshakable. It's this resilience, this emotional fortitude that makes you unforgettable. So, how do you cultivate this quiet confidence starting today? Begin by affirming your worth daily. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small, and acknowledge your growth. Practice self-compassion when things don't go as planned. And most importantly, let go of the need for constant approval. When you anchor yourself in your own value, you'll find that the world, including him, starts to respond differently. Here's your challenge. The next time you're with him or even thinking about him, pause and ask yourself, am I showing up as my most confident self, or am I seeking his validation? If it's the latter, shift your focus inward. You'll be amazed at how this simple adjustment can transform not only your interactions with him, but also your relationship with yourself. Ready to step into this version of you? Let's keep going. The next action is just as powerful, and it's all about owning your independence. 2. Stay grounded in yourself. What makes a woman unforgettable? It's not how she changes herself to fit into his life. It's how she stays deeply connected to her own. Being grounded in yourself is one of the most magnetic traits you can possess. It's the difference between being a woman he spends time with and the woman he can't stop thinking about. Imagine this. You're in a relationship, but instead of waiting for his texts or constantly checking in on what he's doing, your focus is on your own growth, happiness, and passions. What message does this send? It tells him that you value yourself enough to live a full life, whether he's in it or not. This kind of independence isn't just attractive, it's irresistible. But let's get real for a moment. Staying grounded in yourself can feel challenging, especially when you're deeply invested in someone. It's natural to want to give a lot of yourself to a relationship, but here's the secret. The more you lose yourself, the less he feels compelled to stay. Why? Because what drew him to you in the first place was your individuality, your spark, your sense of self. Ask yourself, are you building a life that you love, or are you waiting for him to define it? High-value women know that their happiness doesn't hinge on a relationship. Instead, they cultivate a life so rich and fulfilling that their partner becomes a complement, not the foundation. This is a cornerstone of Stoicism, finding stability within yourself rather than seeking it externally. One way to stay grounded is to focus on your passions. What lights you up? Whether it's advancing in your career, diving into a creative hobby, or dedicating time to your health and well-being, these pursuits make your life vibrant and meaningful. When you're genuinely excited about your own journey, it shows. He'll see that your happiness isn't dependent on him, and paradoxically, this makes him want to be part of it even more. Let's take a moment to reflect on this dynamic. When a woman is deeply grounded, she communicates, "I'm enough as I am." This is where the magic of dark Stoic psychology comes in. By embodying this principle, you show him that you're not afraid to walk away if the relationship no longer serves you. And here's the truth. Men respect women who respect themselves. Being grounded also means setting boundaries. Do you have the courage to say no when something doesn't align with your values or needs? Boundaries aren't about pushing people away, they're about protecting the life you're building. For example, if he constantly cancels plans last minute, you can calmly but firmly let him know that your time is valuable. This isn't about playing hard to get, it's about showing him that you honor yourself. Here's something most people don't realize. Men are naturally drawn to a little bit of challenge. When you maintain your independence and refuse to revolve your world around him, it creates a dynamic of intrigue. He starts to wonder, what's so amazing about her life that she's not overly focused on me? That curiosity keeps him coming back. But don't confuse independence with detachment. Staying grounded doesn't mean you don't care. It means you don't cling. It means you're fully present in the relationship, but your identity doesn't dissolve into it. This balance is what makes a woman unforgettable. She's engaged, but she's also whole. And that wholeness is what creates a relationship built on mutual respect and admiration. Let's be honest, staying grounded takes effort, especially in a world that constantly tells women to mold themselves to fit someone else's expectations. But here's your power. When you commit to living authentically and unapologetically, you'll find that not only does he return, but the right kind of man will never want to leave. So, here's my challenge to you. How are you going to stay grounded this week? Maybe it's dedicating an hour each day to a passion project, or simply reminding yourself that your worth isn't tied to his attention. Take one step today to reconnect with who you are, and watch how it transforms your energy and your relationship. If you're feeling inspired and ready to take charge of your independence, like this video and comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me on this journey. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips to become the high-value woman you were meant to be. Let's make this the moment you decide to prioritize yourself, starting now. Shall we dive into the next action? Get ready, things are about to get even more powerful. 3. Treat him as an equal. What happens when you treat someone like royalty, placing them on a pedestal so high they can't help but look down? You create an imbalance, a dynamic where admiration replaces connection. And here's the truth. Deep down, no man wants to feel like he's untouchable or superior. He wants to feel seen, understood, and valued, not worshipped. When you treat a man as your equal, you create a relationship dynamic rooted in mutual respect and admiration. This doesn't mean withholding kindness or affection. It means building a foundation where both of you are empowered to contribute equally to the relationship. He doesn't need a queen to adore or a follower to obey. He needs a partner to stand beside him. Think about this. How often do we, as women, feel diminished when someone underestimates our capabilities or disregards our contributions? Men feel the same way. They want to be recognized for their skills and efforts, but not at the expense of mutual respect. When you show him that you value his strengths without minimizing your own, you unlock a level of a connection that's hard to break. This is where Stoicism offers profound wisdom. In Stoic philosophy, everyone is seen as inherently valuable, capable of reason, and worthy of respect. Applying this principle to your relationship means approaching him not as someone to idolize, but as someone to build with. It's about balancing admiration with collaboration. Let's put this into perspective. Imagine a scenario where your partner has a challenge at work and you naturally want to support him. Instead of simply cheering him on from the sidelines or offering empty praise, you engage with him on a deeper level. You ask thoughtful questions, offer meaningful insights, and show that you respect his ability to navigate the situation. This isn't about taking over, it's about standing beside him as an equal. Treating him as an equal also means embracing your own strength. You don't need to dim your light to make his shine brighter. High-value women know that their own capabilities and achievements add to the relationship, not detract from it. When you show him that you're capable of solving your own problems, pursuing your own goals, and facing challenges head-on, you inspire him to do the same. This dynamic creates a partnership where both of you are empowered to grow together. But what does this look like in everyday interactions? It's in the way you handle shared responsibilities, whether it's planning a trip, managing finances, or making decisions. Instead of defaulting to his preferences or expecting him to take charge, you collaborate. You share your thoughts confidently, listen to his perspective, and work together to find a solution. This kind of balance not only strengthens your bond, but also builds trust and mutual admiration. And let's talk about the subtle ways treating him as an equal changes the way he sees you. When you engage with him on this level, he doesn't just see you as his partner, he sees you as someone he can trust, rely on, and admire. This dynamic naturally deepens his respect for you, making him more invested in the relationship. Here's another layer. Treating him as an equal doesn't mean always agreeing with him. In fact, disagreements handled with respect and thoughtfulness can strengthen your connection. When you're confident enough to express your differing opinions without fear of conflict, it shows him that you value the truth over appeasement. This authenticity is deeply attractive, as it reassures him that you're with him because you truly want to be, not because you're afraid of losing him. At the same time, this approach requires discernment. Are you respecting his strengths while also valuing your own? Are you engaging with him as an equal partner, or are you falling into the trap of putting him above yourself? It's important to strike the right balance. When both of you feel seen, heard, and appreciated, the relationship thrives. In many ways, treating him as an equal is a reflection of how you see yourself. If you recognize your own worth and embrace your capabilities, it's natural to engage with him on the same level. But if you find yourself overly accommodating or hesitant to express your needs, it might be a sign that you're undervaluing yourself. Remember, a high-value woman doesn't just demand respect, she offers it too. Ultimately, equality is the glue that holds a relationship together. It fosters trust, encourages open communication, and allows both partners to grow into the best versions of themselves. And when he feels this balance, this sense of partnership, it becomes clear to him that you're not just someone he wants to be with, you're someone he needs to build a life with. Are you starting to see how these principles come together? Each action builds on the last, creating a web of attraction, respect, and connection that keeps him coming back. Let's move forward, because the next action might just be the most transformative of all. 4. Truly listen to him. How often do we hear but don't truly listen? There's a profound difference between hearing someone's words and deeply understanding their heart. And yet, when you master the art of truly listening, you unlock one of the most powerful ways to connect with him on a level that lingers in his mind long after the conversation ends. Think about the last time someone really listened to you. Not just nodded along, not just waited for their turn to talk, but leaned in, cared about what you were saying, and made you feel understood. How did it make you feel? Valued? Respected? Seen. Now imagine offering that same level of connection to him. Listening isn't just about silence while he speaks, it's about presence. When you're truly listening, your focus isn't divided. You're not scrolling through your phone, thinking about your to-do list, or planning what you're going to say next. You're there, fully engaged, showing him that in that moment, nothing matters more than understanding him. But here's where it gets even deeper. True listening goes beyond words. It's about picking up on his tone, his body language, the pauses in his speech, and the emotions behind his words. When he talks about his challenges, do you sense his frustration? When he shares his dreams, do you feel his excitement? These subtle cues are the doorway to understanding him on a much deeper level. Now, let's talk about why this matters. Men often struggle to articulate their emotions openly. Society has conditioned many of them to hide their vulnerabilities, to stay strong, and to suppress their feelings. But when you create a space where he feels safe to express himself, it's transformative. You're not just someone he talks to, you become his safe haven, his confidant. This level of connection doesn't happen overnight. It requires patience, empathy, and practice. Start by asking thought questions. When he shares something, dig a little deeper, not out of curiosity, but out of genuine interest. For example, if he mentions a tough day at work, don't just say, "That's rough." Instead, try, what part of it was the hardest for you? Or how are you feeling about it now? These questions show that you're invested in understanding him. Another powerful way to show that you're listening is through reflection. Repeat back what you've heard in your own words to confirm you understand. For example, if he says, "I've been feeling a lot of pressure at work lately," you might respond with, "It sounds like the workload has been really overwhelming for you. Is there anything I can do to help lighten the stress?" This not only shows that you're paying attention, but also demonstrates your willingness to support him. But here's the key. Listening isn't about fixing. Often when someone shares their struggles, the instinct is to jump in with solutions. Resist this urge. Instead, focus on empathizing. Sometimes what he needs most is to be heard, not help. As simple. That sounds so challenging. I can see why you're feeling that way. Can be far more powerful than a laundry list of advice. When you truly listen to him, you're not just connecting, you're showing respect. And respect is one of the cornerstones of a strong relationship. It tells him that his thoughts, feelings, and experiences matter to you. This kind of validation is incredibly powerful, and it's something he'll associate with you every time he opens up. And let's not forget the impact this has on trust. When he feels heard, he feels safe. He knows that he can be himself with you, that he doesn't have to filter or guard his words. Over time, this creates a bond so strong that it becomes nearly unbreakable. He'll return to you not just because of who you are, but because of how you make him feel, valued, understood, and cherished. There's also a subtle yet undeniable shift that happens when you become an exceptional listener. He starts to open up more. He shares his dreams, his fears, his innermost thoughts. And with every layer he reveals, your connection deepens. You're no longer just his partner, you're someone he trusts with his heart. But let's be clear, truly listening isn't just for his benefit. It's also a gift to yourself. When you listen deeply, you gain insight into who he really is beyond the surface. You learn what makes him tick, what drives him, and what he values most. This knowledge empowers you to connect with him in ways that feel authentic and meaningful. Finally, remember that listening isn't about perfection. There will be times when distractions creep in or your patience is tested. What matters is your intention. When you genuinely care about understanding him, it shows even in small moments. So ask yourself, are you really listening to him? Are you creating space for his voice, his emotions, his story? If not, now is the time to start. Because when you become the person who truly sees him, hears him, and values him, he won't just return, he'll never want to leave. 5. Value honesty and transparency. What is the foundation of any meaningful relationship? It's not grand gestures or fleeting passion. It's honesty and transparency. Without these, even the most exciting connection will eventually crumble. But here's the beautiful truth. When you embrace honesty in every interaction, you set yourself apart in a world that's often clouded by games and mixed signals. Men, just like women, crave clarity. They want to know where they stand, what you feel, and what you truly want. And yet, so many women hold back out of fear of rejection, fear of scaring him off, fear of being too vulnerable. But let me tell you this. Vulnerability, when paired with authenticity, is not a weakness. It's a superpower. Honesty isn't about oversharing or laying every thought bare. It's about being true to yourself and communicating that truth in a way that feels both empowering and kind. Imagine this. Instead of saying, "It's fine," when something is clearly bothering you, you express your feelings directly but thoughtfully. For example, "I felt hurt when you cancelled our plans last minute because I was really looking forward to seeing you." This isn't confrontation, it's connection. It shows him that you value the relationship enough to address issues rather than letting resentment fester. But let's take this a step further. Honesty isn't just about addressing the tough moments, it's about celebrating the good ones too. When you're genuinely happy with something he's done or a moment you've shared, let him know. Say, "I really appreciate how thoughtful you were in planning that dinner," or "Spending time with you makes me feel so understood." These small acts of transparency build trust and strengthen your bond. Now, let's flip the script. Are you being honest with yourself? Sometimes we avoid tough truths because force us to confront uncomfortable realities. Maybe he's not meeting your emotional needs, but you convince yourself it's fine because you're afraid of losing him. Or perhaps you're not expressing your true desires because you don't want to come across as too much. High-value women know that suppressing their truth doesn't protect a relationship, it undermines it. This is where dark Stoic psychology comes into play. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to align our actions with our values. When you live honestly and authentically, you radiate a confidence that's deeply attractive. Men are drawn to women who are unapologetically themselves because it creates a sense of reliability and depth. He knows you're not playing games, and that clarity is incredibly refreshing. Honesty also shows that you respect both yourself and him. By communicating your thoughts and feelings openly, you demonstrate that you see the relationship as a partnership, not a guessing game. This transparency eliminates unnecessary drama and creates a space where both of you feel secure and valued. Here's a powerful question to ask yourself. Are you showing him the real you? Or are you presenting a curated version of yourself to keep him interested? True honesty means allowing yourself to be seen, flaws, dreams, quirks, and all. When you're authentic, you give him the opportunity to connect with the real you, and that's where lasting relationships are built. Let's talk about the magic of honesty in disagreements. Conflict is inevitable in any relationship, but how you handle it makes all the difference. A high-value woman doesn't resort to passive-aggressive comments or emotional outbursts. Instead, she approaches disagreements with calm, clear communication. For example, if he says something that upsets you, instead of snapping back, you might say, "That comment caught me off guard. Can we talk about what you meant by it?" This approach not only diffuses tension but also shows him that you value the relationship enough to seek understanding rather than simply reacting. And here's another layer: honesty in your intentions. If you're looking for a serious relationship, be upfront about it. If you're unsure where things are going but you're enjoying the journey, say that too. Men respect women who know what they want and aren't afraid to voice it. This doesn't mean you need to have all the answers, but it does mean being clear about your expectations and boundaries. Now, let me ask you this. How many relationships falter because one or both people are afraid to speak their truth? How many times have you held back a comment, a feeling, or a boundary out of fear? Imagine how liberating it would feel to step into every interaction with honesty as your guiding principle. Not only does it make your relationship stronger, but it also makes you stronger. So, are you ready to embrace honesty as your superpower? If this resonated with you, like this video and comment number 1 below to let me know you're stepping into your truth. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more empowering insights that will transform your relationships and your life. Honesty isn't just a trait, it's a way of being, and when you embody it fully, you'll find that not only does he return, but he stays captivated by your authenticity. Let's continue to explore what makes you a truly high-value woman. Stay with me, there's so much more to uncover. 6. Add joy and laughter to his life. What's one of the quickest ways to capture someone's heart and make your presence unforgettable? Laughter. Joy. That spark of happiness you bring to his life. A relationship may start with attraction, but what keeps it alive, what keeps him coming back, is the feeling that being with you makes the world a little brighter. Think about it, life is full of stress, challenges, and responsibilities. When he's with you, does he feel lighter? Does he laugh more? Do his worries seem smaller, even if just for a moment? If the answer is yes, you've already created a bond that's hard to break. Adding joy and laughter to his life isn't about being a comedian or forcing fun. It's about embracing positivity, playfulness, and the ability to find delight in the simplest moments. Imagine this. You're both stuck in traffic, an inconvenience that would usually put anyone in a bad mood. But instead of letting the frustration take over, you make a joke about how you're now starring in the world's longest road trip movie. You turn up the music, sing off key, and turn a tedious situation into a memory worth keeping. These small moments of shared laughter create a connection that goes far beyond surface-level attraction. Adding joy to his life also means showing that you can handle challenges with grace. Nobody wants to be with someone who brings negativity into every situation. That doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to face life's ups and downs with resilience and a sense of humor. When you can laugh at yourself, at unexpected mishaps, and even at life's absurdities, you invite him to do the same. But it's not just about humor. Joy comes in many forms: a spontaneous adventure, a shared passion, or even a quiet evening filled with good conversation and warmth. It's about creating an atmosphere where he feels free to be himself, without judgment or pressure. A space where happiness flows naturally because he's with someone who radiates positivity. Let's delve into a key principle from dark Stoic psychology: the balance between seriousness and light-heartedness. Stoicism teaches the importance of facing challenges with composure and resilience, but it also reminds us to savor life's fleeting joys. When you embody this balance, you show him that you can handle life's weighty moments without losing sight of its beauty. This dynamic is irresistible. It shows depth, adaptability, and a zest for life. Consider this: men often feel a burden to appear strong and composed, even when they're overwhelmed. When you bring laughter and lightness into his life, you're offering him a release, a chance to step out of that role, even if just for a while. You become the person he associates with relief, with freedom, with the simple joy of being himself. And that kind of connection is rare. Creating joy doesn't mean avoiding serious conversations or ignoring problems. It means finding balance. When things get tough, you show him that while you'll face challenges head-on, you won't let them overshadow the good in life. This ability to navigate difficulties with grace and humor reassures him that you're not just a partner for good times, you're someone who can make even the hard times better. Now, let's look at the role of shared laughter. Humor builds intimacy by breaking down walls and creating a sense of unity. When you laugh together, you're saying, "I see you, I get you, and we're in this moment together." Whether it's an inside joke, a playful tease, or a shared funny story, these moments weave a tapestry of connection that's uniquely yours. But here's the key: the joy you bring to his life must come from a genuine place. Forced laughter or a fake happy persona won't create a lasting bond. It will only feel hollow over time. True joy comes from being present, embracing the moment, and sharing it with someone in a way that feels real. It's about letting your natural energy, curiosity, and humor shine through. Ask yourself, how do you approach life's moments with him? Are you bringing a sense of wonder, excitement, and fun? Or are you letting stress and seriousness dominate? When you focus on creating joy, not just for him, but for yourself, you tap into a wellspring of attraction that's deeply rooted in how he feels when he's with you. Ultimately, adding joy and laughter to his life isn't about changing who you are. It's about amplifying the best parts of yourself. It's about showing him that even in a complicated, often challenging world, you're someone who can find the light and share it generously. And when you're the source of his happiest memories, there's no question, he'll keep coming back for more. 7. Celebrate his strengths genuinely. Every person, no matter how confident they appear, craves recognition for who they are and what they bring to the table. Men are no different. When you genuinely celebrate his strengths, you offer something far more valuable than superficial compliments. You give him the gift of being truly seen and appreciated. And when a man feels deeply valued by you, it creates a connection that keeps him coming back. But here's the key: it must be genuine. Flattery without substance falls flat. Saying you're amazing or you're the best might feel nice in the moment, but it doesn't stick. What truly resonates is when you notice the specific things he does or the unique traits he embodies, and let him know you appreciate them. Think about it. If someone praised you, wouldn't you want to feel like they were paying attention to the details of who you are? It's the same for him. When he tackles a tough situation with calm determination, let him know you noticed. When he shares a creative idea, express your admiration for his vision. When he makes an effort to support you, acknowledge it with gratitude. Imagine this scenario. He's been working tirelessly on a project, and instead of saying, "Good job," you say, "I admire how dedicated you've been to this project. It shows so much discipline and creativity." Or when he's helping someone out, you say, "Your kindness in that situation really stood out. It's one of the things I admire most about you." These moments of specific, thoughtful praise show that you're truly paying attention to who he is, not just what he does. But celebrating his strengths doesn't mean inflating his ego or placing him on a pedestal. It's about balance. Just as you admire his qualities, you expect the same acknowledgement in return. A relationship thrives when both partners feel seen and appreciated. By celebrating his strengths, you're modeling the kind of mutual respect that creates a strong and lasting bond. Stoicism offers valuable insights here. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of virtue and character, encouraging us to focus on what truly matters in a person. By celebrating his inner qualities, his patience, his courage, his integrity, you're aligning with these timeless principles. This approach not only strengthens your connection, but also deepens his respect for you. He sees that you value substance over surface, and that's rare in a world often distracted by appearances. Let's also address the vulnerability in this dynamic. Recognizing someone's strengths can feel like you're putting yourself in a position of admiration, but don't confuse this with weakness. Celebrating his qualities doesn't diminish your own, it enhances the trust and intimacy between you. It shows confidence, not insecurity, because a high-value woman isn't afraid to lift others up. She knows her worth and isn't threatened by his strengths. Instead, she's inspired by them. Here's another layer to consider. When you highlight his strengths, you encourage him to grow into his best self. Imagine he's nervous about taking a big step in his career, and you remind him of his ability to handle challenges with grace and tenacity. Your encouragement becomes the boost he needs to move forward. In this way, you're not just a partner, you're his ally, his supporter, and his inspiration. But let's take a moment to flip the script. Are you also recognizing your own strengths in the relationship? It's important to ensure that the admiration flows both ways. If you find yourself always being the one to give and never receiving, it's time to pause and reflect. A healthy connection thrives on reciprocity. Celebrate him, yes, but expect the same recognition for your qualities and efforts. Let's also talk about timing. Sometimes, celebrating his strengths means choosing the right moment. Praise him in the quiet moments when it's just the two of you, when he's relaxed and open. Public displays of admiration can feel great in the right context, but private acknowledgement often carries more weight. It becomes a shared moment of connection between just the two of you. And don't forget the power of small, everyday celebrations. It doesn't always have to be about big achievements. A simple, "I love how patient you are when we're figuring things out together," or "your sense of humor always makes my day better," can go a long way. These little moments of recognition add up, creating a foundation of positivity and trust. When you genuinely celebrate his strengths, you're showing him that you see the best in him, and in turn, you encourage him to show up as his best self. This dynamic creates a cycle of mutual admiration and growth, making your connection stronger with each interaction. So, ask yourself, how can you celebrate his strengths today? Look for the moments, big or small, that make him who he is. When he feels appreciated for the man he truly is, he'll not only return to you, he'll stay, inspired by the way you make him feel. 8. Lead with purpose and initiative. What separates a woman who captivates from a woman who is easily forgotten? It's not just beauty, charm, or even wit, it's her ability to lead with purpose and initiative. A high-value woman knows what she wants, isn't afraid to take charge when the moment calls for it, and approaches life with a sense of direction that is both inspiring and magnetic. Think about this for a moment. How often do we wait for someone else to take the lead? To make the plans? To create excitement? Now flip the script. Imagine being the one who initiates, who surprises him with thoughtful ideas, who approaches decisions with confidence, and who makes him feel like he's part of something exciting and intentional. Leading with purpose doesn't just grab his attention, it holds it. When you take the initiative, you show him that you're a partner, not a passenger. Men are naturally drawn to women who can make decisions, create plans, and bring energy into their shared experiences. It's not about overshadowing him. It's about contributing equally, showing that you're not just along for the ride but actively shaping the journey. Let's look at an example. Instead of waiting for him to decide where to go on your next date, you say, "I found this amazing rooftop restaurant downtown. I made us a reservation for Saturday. I think you'll love it." What does this communicate? It tells him that you're thoughtful, proactive, and confident in your ability to create memorable experiences. And let's be honest, doesn't it feel great to know that someone has put effort into making plans for you? Men feel the same way. But initiative isn't just about planning dates or fun activities. It's about leading with intention in every aspect of your connection. When conflicts arise, are you the one who calmly brings up the issue and seeks resolution? When opportunities to deepen your bond appear, do you seize them? A high-value woman doesn't sit back passively, hoping things will work out. She steps forward and creates the connection she desires. This approach ties deeply into Stoicism. The philosophy emphasizes taking responsibility for what is within your control and letting go of what isn't. By leading with purpose, you're embodying this principle. You're showing him that you don't wait for circumstances to dictate your actions. You create opportunities, make decisions, and embrace life with confidence. This is the essence of dark Stoic psychology, blending strength with emotional depth to create irresistible energy. Now, let's be clear, leading with purpose doesn't mean dominating the relationship. It's about balance. You take charge when it feels right, but you also leave space for him to step up. This creates a dynamic of mutual respect and partnership. When he sees that you're not afraid to lead, he's more likely to do the same, creating a rhythm in your relationship where both of you contribute equally. Here's something to reflect on. Are you showing him that you have a vision for your life? High-value women don't just lead in relationships, they lead in their personal goals, dreams, and ambitions. When he sees you pursuing your passions, tackling challenges, and moving with purpose, he's inspired by your drive. It's this energy that draws him in and makes him want to be part of your journey. Leading with initiative also means embracing a sense of adventure. Are you open to new experiences? Willing to try something unexpected? Men are captivated by women who bring excitement and spontaneity into their lives. Whether it's suggesting a weekend getaway, trying a new hobby together, or exploring a hidden gem in your city, these shared adventures create lasting memories and deepen your bond. But let's address the fear that sometimes holds us back from taking initiative. Are you worried about coming across as too assertive, too forward? Let me tell you, confidence is never a turn-off when it's paired with thoughtfulness. When you lead with care, consideration, and respect for his preferences, your initiative becomes a gift, not a burden. And here's the beauty of this dynamic. When you take charge, you invite him to step into his own leadership. You're setting the tone for a relationship where both of you feel empowered to contribute, create, and inspire each other. This isn't just attractive, it's transformative. So, how can you start leading with purpose today? It doesn't have to be grand or complicated. Maybe it's suggesting a new idea for your next date, starting a conversation about your shared goals, or simply showing enthusiasm for planning something special. These small acts of initiative build momentum, creating a relationship that feels vibrant, dynamic, and full of intention. If this resonates with you, like this video and comment number 1 below to let me know you're ready to lead with purpose. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insights that will help you step into your power and become the high-value woman you're meant to be. Together, let's continue this journey of creating connections that are as strong as they are meaningful. Ready to discover even more? Let's keep going. There's so much more to uncover. 9. Embrace passion and adventure. What sets your energy apart and makes him feel alive when he's around you? It's your passion for life, your openness to new experiences, and your willingness to embrace adventure. A high-value woman doesn't just exist, she thrives. She turns ordinary moments into extraordinary memories and inspires those around her to see the world through a brighter lens. Passion is contagious. When you're deeply invested in your goals, hobbies, and interests, you radiate an energy that's impossible to ignore. Think about how captivating it is to watch someone talk about something they truly love. Their face lights up, their voice carries excitement, and their presence feels magnetic. That's what happens when you live with passion, and it's one of the most alluring qualities you can possess. But passion isn't just about having hobbies or ambitions, it's about how you engage with life itself. Are you curious? Do you seek growth, exploration, and new experiences? Men are naturally drawn to women who embody this sense of wonder because it suggests a life full of excitement and discovery. And here's the truth. A relationship isn't just about compatibility, it's about creating shared adventures that both of you can treasure. Let's break this down. When you invite adventure into your life, you're showing him that you're not afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Maybe suggesting a spontaneous road trip, trying a new cuisine, or taking a class together to learn something completely out of the ordinary. These experiences not only deepen your bond, but also create memories that stand out against the backdrop of routine. And let's not forget the internal adventure. Passion also means embracing your personal growth, challenging yourself, and striving to become the best version of you. This self-development journey isn't just attractive, it's inspiring. When he sees you investing in yourself, it motivates him to do the same. Together, you become a couple that grows, explores, and evolves, creating a dynamic that feels fresh and exciting. Here's where Stoicism comes in. The philosophy teaches us to live fully in the present, embracing each experience with gratitude and intention. This mindset allows you to approach every opportunity as a chance to learn and grow, whether it's a thrilling adventure or a quiet, meaningful moment. By embodying this principle, you show him that your life is rich and fulfilling, and that you'd love to share it with him. But let's address a common fear. What if he doesn't match your energy? What if he's hesitant to step into new experiences? Here's the beauty of embracing passion and adventure. It's not about forcing him to follow your lead. It's about inviting him into your world, sharing your enthusiasm, and creating an atmosphere where he feels safe to explore with you. Over time, your openness can inspire him to step out of his own comfort zone. Passion also manifests in how you approach your relationship. Are you investing in it with intention, or are you letting it become stagnant? Adventure doesn't have to mean skydiving or exotic trips. It can be as simple as trying something new together, like cooking a meal from a different culture or exploring a part of your city you've never visited. It's about infusing your connection with creativity and energy, keeping things vibrant and exciting. Here's another layer to consider. Adventure isn't just about external activities. It's also about emotional exploration. Are you willing to have deep, vulnerable conversations that push the boundaries of your connection? Are you open to understanding his dreams, fears, and the parts of him he rarely shares? This kind of emotional courage creates an intimacy that's far more powerful than any external thrill. But passion and adventure aren't just for him, they're for you. When you live with a sense of purpose and excitement, You're not just enhancing your relationship, you're enriching your life. You're showing yourself that you're capable of creating joy, growth, and fulfillment, regardless of your circumstances. And when he sees this strength in you, it only deepens his admiration and attraction. So ask yourself, are you living a life that feels vibrant, adventurous, and true to who you are? If not, what's holding you back? Start small. Choose one thing you've always wanted to try or an area of your life where you can embrace more passion. Whether it's reigniting an old hobby, planning a trip, or simply shifting your perspective to find excitement in the everyday, these steps will transform your energy and how he perceives you. By embracing passion and adventure, you become the woman who doesn't just live a life worth watching, you create a life worth joining. And that's the kind of energy he'll always want to return to. 10. Maintain emotional balance and independence. What is the one quality that makes a woman truly unforgettable? It's her ability to remain emotionally balanced and fiercely independent, no matter what life or a relationship throws her way. Independence is not just about having your own career or hobbies. It's about cultivating a sense of inner peace and self-assurance that says, I am whole, with or without you. Emotional balance is the foundation of this independence. It's about managing your emotions, staying grounded in your values, and not letting external circumstances control your happiness. This doesn't mean you suppress your feelings or avoid vulnerability. On the contrary, it's about being in tune with your emotions while refusing to let them overwhelm or define you. Imagine this: a disagreement arises between you and him. Instead of reacting impulsively or letting the situation spiral out of control, you pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully. You communicate your feelings clearly and calmly, showing him that you can handle challenges with grace. This level of composure is rare and deeply attractive. It demonstrates maturity, self-respect, and confidence. Here's a powerful truth: men are drawn to women who are steady and secure in themselves. Why? Because this emotional balance creates a safe space for connection. When you're not constantly seeking reassurance or validation from him, he feels free to be himself around you. There's no pressure, no neediness, just a sense of mutual respect and trust. This is where Stoicism offers profound wisdom. The philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and responses, and to let go of what we cannot. By applying this principle, you can navigate the highs and lows of a relationship with confidence. Whether things are going smoothly or challenges arise, your emotional stability becomes a constant that he admires and depends on. Independence also means maintaining your own life outside of the relationship. Are you still pursuing your passions, spending time with your friends, and investing in your personal growth? Or have you allowed the relationship to consume your identity? A high-value woman knows that her happiness doesn't come from a partner, it comes from within. This doesn't mean you're emotionally detached or unavailable. It means you have a full, vibrant life that you're willing to share, not sacrifice. Here's a question for you. How are you nurturing your independence right now? If your world feels overly centered around him, it might be time to shift your focus back to yourself. Start small, schedule time each week to pursue something that lights you up, whether it's a hobby, a fitness routine, or simply spending time alone to recharge. These moments of self-care are essential for maintaining your balance and individuality. Men are also drawn to women who know their boundaries and aren't afraid to enforce them. Boundaries are a reflection of your self-respect. They show him that while you value the relationship, you won't compromise your own well-being to maintain it. For example, if he's constantly late or dismissive, a confident and balanced woman addresses the issue directly, without anger or accusation. She sets clear expectations and remains firm, showing that she values herself enough to demand respect. But here's the paradox of independence. The more self-sufficient you are, the more he'll want to be part of your world. Men are naturally drawn to women who don't need them to feel complete. This creates a dynamic of mutual appreciation rather than dependence. He'll see that you're not looking for someone to complete your life, you're looking for someone to complement it. This dynamic also prevents the dreaded fear-based behavior that often drives men away. When you're emotionally balanced and independent, you're not afraid of losing him. You understand that while a relationship can enhance your life, it doesn't define it. This freedom from fear allows you to show up authentically, without clinging or controlling. Here's another layer to consider. Independence doesn't mean isolation. It's about creating a healthy balance between togetherness and individuality. A strong relationship is built on two people who bring their full selves to the table, not two halves trying to complete each other. When you maintain your independence, you inspire him to do the same, creating a partnership where both of you thrive. Ask yourself this: how would your relationship change if you embraced your independence fully? How would he view you if he saw that you were calm, confident, and self-assured, no matter what happened? By cultivating this emotional balance and independence, you create a space where love can flourish, free from pressure, fear, or insecurity. So, take a step back and reflect on your life. Are you living for yourself, or have you lost sight of your own needs and dreams? If you find yourself too focused on him, remember this: the most attractive thing you can do is to be unapologetically yourself. When you live with confidence, passion, and emotional balance, you don't just make him return, you make him stay. Forever. We've explored the 10 transformative actions that not only make him return, but also make you the kind of woman he never wants to leave. These aren't just strategies to attract a man, they're principles to help you become the most confident, self-assured, and fulfilled version of yourself. And here's the beauty of this journey. The more you embody these traits, the more your relationships will reflect the love and respect you cultivate within. Each of these actions is like a thread in the tapestry of your high-value self. Together, they create a picture of a woman who is not only magnetic but also deeply respected, cherished, and admired. This isn't about playing games or using tactics. It's about building a life and a mindset that naturally attract the love and connection you deserve. Now, let me leave you with this thought. These principles aren't about changing who you are. They're about uncovering the powerful, radiant woman you've always been. The woman who knows her worth, who refuses to settle, and who approaches life and love with intention and authenticity. When you embrace these qualities, you don't just captivate him, you elevate yourself. So, what's your next step? Are you ready to start this journey? I challenge you to pick one of these actions and focus on it this week. Maybe it's reconnecting with your passions, setting boundaries, or simply taking a moment to reflect on your own strengths. Whatever it is, take that step and watch how it transforms not only your relationships but your entire life. If this journey resonates with you, let's keep the conversation going. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What's one action you're going to focus on first? Don't forget to like this video if you found it inspiring and subscribe to the channel for more empowering insights. Together, let's continue building a life of confidence, connection, and purpose. You've got this. Until next time, stay radiant, stay grounded, and keep becoming the high-value woman you were meant to be.